In the last episode of this show, we showed you a chat we had with Bode Adetoyi, who is an agric entrepreneur and country CEO of High Nutrients International Limited. As a boy, he grew up on a farm, but wanted to become a medical doctor. That was not to be, as circumstances threw him back into agriculture, where he went on to accomplish important things. The focus of our chat was on his autobiography titled The Entrepreneur. We got a lot of feedback on that from many viewers who found it inspiring. Well, we promised to show you his reading and the second part of that interview this week. Enjoy this. This book is a story of starting small and growing big.
Yes.
That was my conclusion after I read it.
Yes.
You started from a very humble background.
Yes.
You grew from a poor family.
Yes.
And also, when you started your business, you started very small.
Yes.
You didn't have capital and all that. So, does that sum up this book? Is that a right summary of your
yes.
of this book and of your life?
Yes. Whoever that picked the entrepreneur, even though I titled it The Autobiography of Prince Olabode Adetoyi, but really it's a book that talks about life. It's a book that talks about do not despise little beginning. And it's a book that will also teach every Nigerian or every youth that your beginning or the circumstances of your birth does not determine what you will become in the future. Hi, Prince Bode Adetoyi started in a farming community, and I saw two families then, which I will not mention, but they are very rich. And I also promised myself that in the nearest future in Otuekiti, I want my own family to also be counted among wealthy family. You will not sit down together alone with Olakunle like this. If you don't move out, you need to move out today, and which I did. All the challenges that I encounter on the way, straight line is never a straight line. But for you to attain greatness, you must have passed through that funnel. So this book will also teach you when your business is down, how you can come up again. What I did during the recession, that popular recession of 2014 to 2016 in Nigeria, this book is going to teach you. This book is also going to teach you how to raise capital, how to use people around you to raise capital. And of course, it's going to also teach you how you can take your company from that local company to a multinational company. That is the essence of this book. And of course, I say it taught me life because people I've met, even my siblings, your sibling is part of your success. I was raised by women, and that's why I dedicated one of the chapter to a woman. Even two chapters. Raising the girl child. Yes, raising the girl child. So
I mean, one thing stands out in your book here. You seem to be very big on people, if you get what I mean. Mentors, friends, investors, shareholders, people you leverage upon to build your business, people you leverage upon for education, that stands out.
Yes.
People. And then also that quest and thirst for knowledge.
Yes.
And education.
Yes.
Tell me a bit about those.
Okay. Like you said, also, to succeed in life, you need people. And I told you, people will also come to your aid when they see the character in you. So you are the architect of your own future, either fortune or misfortune. Some people, where they are working before, even though they wanted to collect just ordinary 1 million naira in the bank, when they refer to where they have worked before, they have bad record. What record are you leaving where you are working before? Then the people you are meeting, the supplier you are meeting, how do they see you? Do they see you as a 5% or 10% bribe taker? Because some of these people that helped me initially say, but this is the only way we can compensate you. And that is a lesson to the youth that whatever you are doing today will come after you tomorrow.
Yeah, the only way they could compensate you.
Yes, because that is the only way. They said that is the only way they could compensate me.
Because of past experience.
Because of the past experience I have. They say I worked in that my former company as if it's my father's business. And that is why I say you must serve people before they serve you. Youth of nowadays, they don't want to serve, but they just want to make it. It's over there. So on mentorship, the Bolarinde Obebe story, I can never forget. And that is why I make sure that every step I want to take, if it's on finance, if it's on religion, if it's on business, I will ensure that I have at least 2 mentors. Even though I know where I'm going, but let me look at seek their opinion and gauge the decision I wanted to take. It will help every businessman because they will never miss it at all. And of course, I give kudos to my wife. I give kudos to my elder sister, Alice Adetoyi, who saw a brilliancy in me and say, no, this is what you did in primary school and secondary school. Go and do the same. And she singularly sponsored my education. And that is why today in Nigeria, we must encourage to educate a girl child. Because they say, what a man cannot do, a woman in my life has done millions of it.
You did a lot of research on this book. The early chapter where you traced your genealogy.
Yeah.
Showed that you did a lot of research.
Yes.
It was very revealing on Ekiti and the people of Ekiti,
yes.
And you know
the Kiriji War.
Yes. Am I correct to say that? How did you research this book? How did you research that chapter particularly?
Okay. That chapter 2 I dedicated to Ekiti and my hometown, Otu Ekiti. Don't forget, I'm from Iletiton royal family. So if I'm being called a prince at my stage, I should know the history behind it. I give kudos to some 2 elders in my village that has written some book on Otun and do some also a story about the kingship.
So you consulted,
I consulted their book, but I didn't now go, I didn't now depend on that alone. The present king, Oba Adedapo Popola,
you interviewed him?
I went to him, asked him some of the story I read in that book. I asked him about it, and he told me about the relationship between Ore of Mabaland and the progenitor Oduduwa. So I tried to, if I went as far as a OAU library to go and read about the story of Yoruba. So in linking it with Ore of Mabaland and Oni of Ife, then how my family came up, because Imoro family in Otu Ekiti was the original family that bears the king. But because Olatubosun, my ancestor, fought and won for Otu Ekiti, Ifa Oreku said they must pick that stranger, and he finally became king in 1810. He ruled for 50 years. He died then in 1860. And because it is the newest royal family, that is why they call it Ile Tuntun. That is something that is new.
Nice to have this chat with you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for this time.
Thank you.
At a time when all the focus seems to be on agriculture in Nigeria, Bode Adetoyi's story becomes even more instructive and relevant. This is where we have to bring the show to a close. As always, we'll be delighted to get your feedback through any of our social media platforms displayed on your screen. I am Olakunle Kasumo. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.